Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, great. Let me see if I can get the music running here. One sec. Can you guys, yeah, a lot of that has to do with probably, am I in a tornado shelter? No, I'm not in a tornado shelter. One sec. Yeah. One sec. Turn the fan off real fast. All right. Trying to figure out why you guys can't hear the sound either. It's weird because I didn't change anything on here. Miner for life is right. Let's see. Can you guys hear the audio or no? Oh, looks like you can hear the audio. Nice. All right, good. All right, so sound check is good. All right, so back about the S&P here. S&P closing, you know, as you guys know, bullish engulfing candle on Friday. We're coming up to this critical area right here, right? This right around this 4,300 area. I can hear you, but that's it. Yeah, you guys should be hearing some music. So you are hearing it or you're not hearing it? One's in the chat if you can hear the music. Okay, cool. All right, so futures are down right now, 0.2%. DXY is up 0.02%, a negligible amount. All right, cool. So we're good to go. All right, so on the NASDAQ, this is what we're looking at right now. We're looking at the 200-day moving average, all right? This area right here is a critical spot for the NASDAQ right now on the daily chart. Daily chart already looking a bit extended, right? Overbought on the daily chart. We could see the NASDAQ or the S&P pull back here. All right, it would make sense for us to get a back test after we got this break of this neckline here. We could easily just we could easily come back down to test it as support, okay, before breaking it and then going on our merry way out of here, okay? Something along these lines could very well happen. We could get this pullback, all right? So something to be aware of. You know, we may not just continue this move. We could because it's possible we could leg up to about 43.35 before pulling back at that 100. I believe that's the 50-day moving average. Okay, we're above the 200, above the 100, above the weekly 21 exponential moving average on the weekly chart. Weekly has lots of room to run. We're sitting right around just bullish here on the weekly time scale, so that's good. It's good. This divergence started playing out. We got this weekly cross up, which we haven't had a weekly cross up on the S&P since the COVID low. Okay. So I'm not sitting here trying to tell you this is a bottom, but I am going to sit here and tell you that we could have some more upside because we have more room on that weekly. All right. And looks like Bitcoin did close above that $24,300 area. And looking left, that was this critical area right here that we couldn't get above in quite some time. We closed a weekly bullish engulfing candle, so very good stuff there from Bitcoin. I will say on the daily chart, though, we are rejecting the 100-day moving average, and that is acting as resistance right here, as you guys can see. So it is likely if we're unable to get a closure above this level, that we then come back down to test the supports again, okay, to make sure that we can, you know, continue to support these higher lows here. I mean, I'll be real with you guys, this is still technically a bear flag, all right, on the daily time scale. We have until we make a closure above this like $26,000 region, we're still technically you know, in this bear flag, okay. And this region here is pretty critical for Bitcoin to get back above, for us to really maybe change the trend and break out of this wedge pattern, okay? That would be something really interesting to see. If we get up to this supply line and we reject this supply line, well, you guys know what'll happen if we reject. We can come all the way back down to the bottom of the bear flag. We can even break the bear flag and go lower, right? So, like, really paying attention to what's happening right now in the markets this week is really, I would say this is a critical spot, it's a critical time, especially for, you know, the NASDAQ and the S&P where they're at critical spots. And Bitcoin's at a critical spot as well. It is a bear flag, yes, and this could be, you know, this could be, you know, the beginning stages of a rising wedge happening in this bear flag. And so that's a little bit, it's still a little bit unclear because we're still technically making higher lows, right? So we had the, you know, the first low that we made these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. These are all technically higher lows. And until you start making closures below these lows to negate these higher lows, we're still technically in this short-term uptrend, right? And we did produce a higher high over here too, 25,000, right? So we're making higher lows and higher highs right now here, you know, from this bottom we made here in June, okay? So something to really just continue to watch and pay attention to is if Bitcoin can break above that 100-day moving average, which we tried yesterday and rejected it again for what it looks to be basically pretty close to like maybe a second or third time here rejecting it. But it doesn't seem like, even though we got rejection, it doesn't seem like there's lots of selling here, okay? So that's what we want to really watch, all right? If the sellers really start to come in right here to push this price down, that means that this could just be the reversal area where we do actually completely reverse this trend and come back down, okay? So something to really watch right now is this. But if the indices and the stock market are actually going to continue to proceed higher, then there's a really high probability chance that Bitcoin also just follows that and proceeds higher. So even though we got this rejection here over the weekend, okay, on low volume, that doesn't mean that we can't just kind of skate and consolidate by the moving average here until we actually break above it, okay? We could do something like this. This is a possible scenario. Or we could literally just trade back to the bottom of the range. And the reason why I say that it's kind of kind of a flip of a coin is because we're in overbought territories here on the daily. We can also see the stochastic is kind of crossing down right now. So there is some low risk short opportunities up here because we're at the top of a range. All right, on the daily chart. The weekly chart's something different. The weekly chart, you know, we just got this cross up, right? We haven't had a weekly cross up, confirmed weekly cross up on Bitcoin since back here, since April of 2020. All right, so I'm going to say that from the longer term chart perspective that I'm leaning to more upside, but we could see you know, a short term move down. We could see a short term move back down to the bottom of this range, right? You know, the $22,000 to $23,000 range, and we could totally see that because of that pressure there from the 100-day moving average, maybe pushing us down, pushing us back down to those regions. Okay. So for downside, we're just looking to test this demand line again, if the market really wants to push this direction. And if we do push to the upside, we're looking for a break above the 100-day moving average, which is right around that $25,000 region. And if we are able to get above that region, you can see there's not a lot of traded volume here. Yeah, I would easily say we could get up to you know, this $27,000 to $28,000 level if we can get candle closures above this region. If not, we'll just come back down and test these demand lines and maybe even test the bottoms of these ranges where these lows were made. Okay, so it all going to depend on how the stock market's open tomorrow. Okay. Futures are down right now, and we can look at the Tether chart here. Tether here is still, you know, rejecting off the major supply line, which is good. So the daily actually making, you know, maybe making a potential reversal there. We are below the ATR, but you can see, you know, when you get these cross-ups here on the stochastics, especially on Tether, if you get something like that looks like this, you know, I would be a little bit wary. We could see some downside in the market. Okay, we're getting, you know, maybe got a cross-up here on the daily, and you know, we're in the buy zone on Tether right now on the daily as well. So we could get people maybe taking some profits here down at these levels, but this could just be over the next course of a couple days. We could get a rejection again here at the supply line. So, you know, pay attention to this. This is pretty imperative to pay attention to what's happening here, because I do think ultimately Tether comes down to test this 4.9% region, which is where it broke out from. Okay, but we'll see. We could be experiencing some movements down here in the next couple days with Tether looking like this on the daily. All right. Sure, let's take a look at ETH. ETH has been leading this rally, as you guys know. And yeah, ETH also looking kind of like it's made a major move already, right? We got to move right to the weekly 21 exponential moving average for ETH. So we could easily see this pull back to, you know, 1800. That's a very likely scenario. We could see that, right? But we are back in the zone now. We're back in the zone. We reclaim the zone now for ETH. Yeah, ETH coming in pretty strong here on this monthly right now. I would say 2200 is probably the target for ETH for upside. We're going to definitely run into some resistance there, if we haven't already run into some. Yeah. I would say it is, and it could come down. Went on quite a run. I mean, the 3-day chart's fine. It's not over. It's not really that extended. 58, but like, you know, your weekly is still, you're not bullish yet. Like just below bullish, right? 46. But got a nice break, right, on the RSI. Got a nice break. Right. Certainly saw the price action kind of follow after we made this bottom down here. So we could get this retest of this. We probably use this $1,800 area as support now. Okay. But yeah, I mean, technically, Tether is still bearish down here, right? But when you enter these oversold zones, you get these big moves up, all right? So we could be getting a big move up here from Tether shortly, right? Look what happened last time Tether was oversold, or near oversold. Definitely profit-taking areas, okay? Just watch it. Some altcoins are still ripping, I suppose. Bitcoin consolidating right now. Any you guys have any other requests? This is the first time we've closed a three-day candle above the 21 exponential moving average in a while. Matic, sure. Matic still looks pretty strong, man. Like broke out, now it's back testing this area. Got a closure above the weekly 21 exponential moving average. That's pretty strong. I mean, if this does continue, we could see it, you know, climb up to about that $1.30 area. And we'll look at Binance Coin, sure. Could see BNB, you know, come back down to maybe $300 area if this pulls back here. Right, like we could make this inverse head and shoulders type of structure. It's getting some pressure from that 200-day moving average, right? The weekly closed pretty good. You're above the weekly 21 EMA. In a couple weeks, we could see a $400 BNB if you know, the markets don't just start collapsing right here. This is a sure winning asset. I mean, this asset's been on a nice run, right? Yep, ADA was in a falling wedge. You guys would know that. You guys were part of the Discord. We got a signal back here on the 18th, right? Closed the weekly back above the 200-day moving average. Short-term target for ADA is about the 65 cent region. All right. And maybe ultimately up to maybe that $1.20 area. You know, if we can get up there and use these areas as supports to work our way back up, or we could come up, reject it, and make another leg down, right? Or bottoming out. XRP, sure. Still holding, bottom of the pennant. No real action yet from XRP in terms of what some of these other coins have already rallied out, right? Yeah, so Glimmer is still, you know, still in this downtrend, right? Still maybe in this bear flag. We could come down to the bottom of this range around 63 cents and maybe hold this low. Because you were in this, like, you know, this pennant here. So you could break, it looks like you're already breaking down. You could break to the bottom of the flag. right? Like, so you've already started breaking this flag. So you could come down to your next support around 63. If the markets really start selling off, this will sell off with it, of course. So we'll see. So far, market's kind of just sitting sideways. We're sitting right below that 24,300 area right now. In my opinion, this is nothing burger. Like, if we were going to see some selling, they would have already really started really selling this shenanigans down. Like, it probably would have been under, you know, 20. It would have been under 24K already. It looks like we're holding this 24.3 level. And we're probably going to test 25K again. That's what it looks like to me. Even though we are a bit overbought on the daily, we could just consolidate here and try again. We'll see how this price action plays out, but it looks like 24.3 is holding right now. And yeah, we'll see how the equities markets open up tomorrow. They're down nothing burger right now, in my opinion. 0.25% is really nothing. And Friday's candle close was really, really a strong close on Friday. So nothing more than just having to wait to see how the markets open tomorrow. Unfortunately, they don't make this job easy. We got so I was looking at Gala. I'm really liking this chart. This one looks nice because, well, it's in a wedge structure. Stochastics are separated there on the weekly chart. You can just see that. And the cross up here on the weekly, all right? This could be a really nice run for this asset. I was really liking Gala here. Oh yeah, and congrats to those folks who took the Chili's trade. This one really played out nicely. We just broke the 50-day moving or the 3-day 50-day moving average, and we're probably headed up to about that 25-cent region. All right, we're almost there on the Chili's wedge setup trade. So beautiful. Got that nice weekly divergence to play out. We gave an entry right around this 13-cent area before it broke out, and it's making moves. It's doing really nice. And as long as Bitcoin continues to make these closures above the weekly 200-day, I think we're okay. We can even go sideways and like do nothing for a couple weeks, months. Like, it's, you know, we did see some nice reactions off these lows, and like I said before, we're just coming in contact with some moving averages right now that could act as resistance for us. And daily stochastics may be crossing down here. We go to like 12-hour Stokes are crossing down. We are sitting bullish territory right now, right? We could just go sideways. We also could get a movement down, an oscillation down. All right, we have been on this nice movement up. If we get an oscillation down, definitely do not be surprised if we do get one. All right, we've been trying and testing this $25,000 region now for the last week or so, and we've rejected it now a few times. And it's just key to pay attention, you know, where Bitcoin is making support, because if we're just making another higher low, just remember that it's totally possible if we continue to make higher lows and attempt at making higher highs, and we continue to try to push to make another higher high, that's still midterm bullish, right, guys? Like higher highs and higher lows, or even attempts at it is technically bulls in control. All right. Yeah, we'll take a look at Hex, sure. Well, it's done basically half the move, right? So I was projecting about a 200% move. It did about 100% from this breakout region here. This is definitely a nice take profit level, or beginnings of take profit level if you took the trade down here, right? I don't know, where is Toe? Market's down, so he's probably sleeping, right? Harmony 1 looks like it's making a push right here tonight. Again, coming up to the 100-day daily moving average here for Harmony 1. Also overbought on the daily. 3-day not so much. Weekly chart, of course, not so much. Weekly has lots of swing momentum here. So when you see, like, when you have like all this energy built up here, okay, and you get this swing, even though the daily becomes overbought, we could still see pressure coming from that momentum off the weekly chart, right? So we could just get a pause up here, for example. We could just consolidate up here, all right? Or we could just do nothing up here, but just still sit up here. Like we're still going to see potentially a bullish move out of this asset, especially after we getting that weekly cross up, right? Could take some time. Maybe not get a breakout right away. Could take some days, could take some hours, right? You just need to pay attention to the levels and see what's happening with the asset and how it's reacting or respecting those levels. HNT. Kind of getting pushed down here by the moving average, as you can see here on the daily. Three-day also losing its momentum. This asset doesn't look too good here. Weekly crossing. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could be getting a retest of these lows, which if you find support above this level, you could maybe make double bottom or something, right, on the weekly time scale. But I don't know if this asset's really retraced enough, man. Like, this thing didn't even do it. It only did a 50% retrace. A lot of these, well, I guess on regular time scale it did. I guess, I mean, in theory, it could and should maybe retrace back up to, you know, like this region here between 20 and 26 before, you know, trying to get around this resistance level. But yeah, Gala on the move. Sandbox on the move. Live Pure token was another one that I identified. Kind of just consolidating under this area right here now. Metal Pay looking like it's got some accumulation going on. Total 2. Yeah, so total 2 coming right up to the 21 EMA, all right? Could be posing as some resistance initially. But definitely in the zone of where you want to be buying stuff. Right, in a 3-week breakout right now, technically. And the 3-week triggered on the TTM as well, so we could be seeing continued movements up. That's what this is implying. And you can see the 2-week, 3 weeks are still below 20 on the stochastic, so these are the levels where you want to be, like, you know, long-term accumulating whatever asset that you want to be accumulating, you know, like. When you get these weekly RSIs below 45, most of the time, guys, you want to be buying stuff, not selling stuff. Like, most of the market's selling, right? You want to be doing the opposite down here, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but accumulating long term. Even if this isn't the stone bottom, you know, we're probably pretty close to a bottom. Even if it does, even if we do see $14,000 Bitcoin, man. I mean, you're talking about some of these altcoins losing maybe what, another 40% or 50% of their value, versus, you know, if you hold it and you lose 50% in the short term, you know, longer term that could be like 5 to 10x. It's just worth it. Like, the risk to reward is worth it for the long term. So you got to just determine and decide what kind of trader you are. If you're a short-term trader, then yeah, I mean, maybe you want to de-risk. You know, if you're a long-term trader, then, well, you're just in a holding position. You know. All you guys that are part of the alert service know I give swing trades. These are weeks or months of potential upside on some of these assets. And, you know, we've seen them move maybe 40, 50% off their lows, which is a big movement. But, you know, some of them can do like 2, 3x, 4x before they really, you know, pull back again, you know. So. We still got lots of room on that RSI to make some moves. For all you guys that are into the sushi trade, we're down a little bit on it. We bought around 155. Not sweating it, guys. Look where we are. We're about to get a 2-week cross up. This asset's down here at 33 on the RSI. Even if we go to like the weekly, it's sitting at 33, okay? Just remember, man, you don't want to be selling on a weekly RSI until you get to about what, 60, 70? We're down here at 37. So if the price goes up to like $8 and it's overbought on the weekly, well, guess what? That's like a 6x trade and you're out. That's great. Doesn't have to go all the way back up to all-time highs. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. We could just see this asset in the next couple months Go anywhere from this 382 to 618. Anywhere from $8 to $13. You guys doing math right now? Okay. So again, it's about what coin's gonna do the most, right? The most bang for your buck for the time. Maybe it's Cody. Maybe this thing is gonna go back all the way back up to a new, to 65 cents. I don't know. Maybe it's Curve. Maybe Curve goes back up to 10. It's whatever, $10. Maybe it's Dot. Maybe Dot goes back up to $50. Who's still with me here? Anyone here? Let's get some hype in the chat. Yeah, I mean, we got some real opportunities on just maybe just retraces, Like I said, we're not in a bull market, but it doesn't mean we don't get common retraces out of these assets, right? What's good is Gala can do something crazy. What are the best STR indicators? I don't know what STR means. I was looking at another stock, by the way, guys. This one, VRM. It's a penny stock, but you can see, look at this rounding on the weekly RSI. What's happening here? I would say RSI is a pretty helpful one, man. You don't need any crazy indicators. Stochastics are pretty good. The STP indicators, the oversold, overbought indicator is good. The support resistance level indicator is good. I don't really use many of them in terms of the STP indicators, but the RSI band is also another one that's good. This one gives you a good clue as to where we're at. This one's way below its 200 week, right? So this stock is really wrecked, man. Like, it's even way below the green, right? You can see this dump that happened. Yeah, we can look at ARK, man. Sure. Yep, daily making higher lows. You're at resistance though on the daily. The weekly chart looks good, right? You got this. You had this nice bottoming formation down here, right? Double bottom on the RSI, and you're getting this lift off right now. Yep. So this looks good. You could trade this up to probably the 200-week moving average, which is right around $73. That's what we're looking at for ARK. For your swing high to your swing low. Yeah, I mean, you got 65 level, and then in between, which would make a lot of sense, which where these moving averages are pointing to, which is right around this $75 region for this asset. Okay. But you got things like GameStop breaking out. I mean, this looks pretty good too, man. Just consolidating right under the supply line here. Like, you're probably gonna be able to make some nice money off GameStop. I mean, I'm personally in Snapchat. This thing is really wrecked. I think this has lots more upside. Look at this weekly where we're at down here. This bottom, double bottom. You know, this is where you want to be buying assets. When they're showing this type of stuff, these divergences like this is where you want to be really buying, okay? I mean, not financial advice or anything, but really, like if you're trading or even long-term swing trading, you want to really look at what's happening on these RSIs, man, because this is going to tell you what's coming next for this asset, all right? Yes, Pinterest already broke out. Yep. Nothing new there, Bobby. I made a TikTok video about it, and we took a trade off of it, if you remember. You know, DraftKings was another one. We gave that one like a couple weeks ago already. This thing really ripped out from the bottom. We gave this entry around $12. Another one to look at is Roku. Roku is about to do that. Okay, it hasn't done it yet. It's sitting right here before a nice breakout. I'll tell you within the next week or two, this is going to do that for sure. All right. There was another penny stock that I was looking at that was really wrecked too. Again, penny stocks, right? They're a dime a dozen. It's like buying crypto, right? But at least with the penny stock, you know that there's some viability. It's SINT, okay? This penny stock to me looks really, really ripe for a massive move. Like, look at the weekly. Look where it's at. It's sitting right here at these lows. I mean, your target is, I mean, this looks like a Gartley setup too, right? A and C. You know, if you want to trade a penny stock, this one looks like it can go to 280, like pretty fast, man, like pretty fast. Okay, that looks really good to me. It's in a massive squeeze. This thing is so wrecked, man. Like, it just breaking out of here. All right, the weekly RSI is just starting to coil back up. If we go to like the monthly chart, you can see the RSI just flatlining here at 12. So something big brewing here on this chart. I don't know what this company does, but it's been in a downtrend for quite some time. And it hasn't seen volume since the COVID low. But you can see that it's slowly starting to peek its head out here. I don't know, like again, I don't know what the stock does or anything, but if you're looking for a speculative penny stock play that looks technically sound, then this one looks pretty good to me. And you can see the RSI just coiling up here, man, for a move. This thing looks like it's going to do something big. Doesn't really get a lot of volume, though, so just pay attention to that. PBR here is another one. This one is really interesting looking chart. Made this nice double bottom down here, bottom, double bottom, and, you know, it did come off here on Friday. I think they had earnings or something. Or something. They announced dividends or something, maybe. So maybe their dividends are down. But yeah, this looks like a nice area to pick some of this back up. Oh, CCL was the trade setup, man. This was what I wanted to show you guys, okay? This asset just made double bottom on a weekly time scale, okay? Bobby, if you want to play options, this is something that you could really trade nicely if this does get some continuation, all right? Right, clear supply line, you're at support. And the weekly chart is just crossing back up or just about to cross back up. Okay. RSI, you know, just coming out of 35 range here. I mean, and you're making this higher low on the RSI, and this is the bottom, right? So you're making the same low on price, but a higher low on the RSI. That's a classic bullish divergence setup there, with a bottom and a double bottom. Okay. And yeah, this thing can run all the way to the neckline, man, eventually. $31. And if this thing really recovers, well, you know what it's doing. It's making another 2x move from here. Alright? This could be full-on recovery for this asset. Okay? Carnival Cruise Lines in a setup on the weekly chart. Bed Bath & Beyond? Sure, we can look at it, man. Yeah, we got that double bottom. Look at that candle, man. Look at that candle that came in there. Wow. So CCL probably does something similar to this, man, okay? You guys listening? Right? That divergence we had and just got the cross up. Alright? Carnival Cruise Lines is probably going to do something like that next week. Watch out. Pay attention. Alright. You guys have any other tickets for me to look at here tonight? Make sure you post them in the chat. Oh, and don't forget, guys, if you guys buy some merch, we didn't set a threshold on this or anything, but, you know, if you do buy some merch, you will be the winner of the giveaway for the merch will win 1 free month of any STP product, okay, of their choice. So make sure you guys go check out the merch, swingtradepros.com, and check that stuff out. I'm gonna also go through, because I didn't go through it yet, the Fear and Greed. So Fear and Greed, we're sitting around, well, I guess technically we're in fear, but we got pretty close to neutral there. The rainbow chart is in the basically fire sale zone. Hey, you guys know how I feel about that. And then the Nupal chart, we're just coming out of capitulation zone, so yes, we do have hoodies. Yep. Yeah, let me show you guys real fast what we got on the site. Let's see. So yeah, swingtradepros.com, under shop, click merchandise, and there is a coupon. Okay, the coupon is swag20. All right, swag20. I pinned it to the chat. So if you guys want to buy merch, it's swag20 for 20% off on the merch here, and make sure you guys make an account and input your email and subscribe to the weekly newsletter. We also send out weekly updates about what we're doing at STP and things to focus on for the week. And also this giveaway was posted through our newsletter, so you might want to subscribe to that so you guys are aware of that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, we got like this nice duffel here. It's pretty cool. We got hats and sweatshirts and beanies and a mouse pad. We'll add some more stuff later on as well. But go check it out, guys. If you guys appreciate what we do here at STP, get some merch. Support us. We appreciate it. All right, back to the charts. So, yep, just want to pay attention how the US 10-year opens. Typically, if this opens down, we'll see some good positive price action. All right, so right now it's kind of just flat, 0.25% up. Yeah, we'll see how this does tomorrow on the open. Definitely worth monitoring the US 10-year. There is a direct correlation to it. So We'll see if this is a rising wedge or what's happening here with this. And maybe this breaks back down. If this breaks back down, then I think stocks and cryptos will continue to proceed higher in the price. All right. You guys have any last tickers you guys want to look at? I think that's all we got for now. Appreciate all you guys jumping on the stream tonight, supporting STP, and make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and join the Discord if you guys haven't done so already. We'll catch you guys in the next next week's stream. Hopefully we have a good week here. Classic Luna. So what is that? LUNC or something? Luna Classic. Sure. Let's take a look at it. I mean, there's some accumulation happening here. I don't know. Maybe it goes up. Who knows? I wouldn't bet the house on it. Shit coin. Scam coin. Anyways, thanks guys. Appreciate your guys' support. We'll catch you guys in the next one, alright? 4K candle ink, that'd be really funny. On Bitcoin? Yeah, I think we could see 28K in the coming weeks, months. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.